regular season for Valley High School football, and we have a game for you we think you're going to really enjoy. We're at Darren Collegian Stadium for the Madera Coyotes against the Justin Garza Guardians. Again, it's Les Schwab Tires Friday night rivals. I'm Ralph Wood along with Cam Worrell. Happy you could join us tonight for our game, and we're expecting a good one because there's something at stake for both of these teams, Cam.
Yeah, there's a lot at stake. Two really good football programs. One, Justin Garza at 5-4, Madera at 6-3. Whoever wins this game may get bumped up to the Division II playoff bracket. The loser will probably stay in Division III. So a lot at stake for both of these teams tonight.
If we could bring up the standings, you can see where these guys are, and that's what's depending on what you do tonight is going to determine what you do next week.
Yeah, Sanger at the top. Very good Sanger team, probably in Division I, but Justin Garza sitting at the 2 spot. Madera right behind him at number 3. This is a big game, not just for CMAC standings, but where they're going to end up in the playoffs next week.
Let's talk now about some of your players to watch tonight. We'll start with Garza, Caleb Matthews, and London Alexander.
Yeah, Caleb Matthews, the quarterback for this Justin Garza offense. He's a dynamic weapon. 25 touchdowns this year to just 1 interception. The second leading rusher on the team with just about 400 yards. 3 more touchdowns on the ground. So he is the signal caller, and he makes this Garza offense run.
Let's talk about London Alexander as well.
London Alexander is Caleb Matthews' #1 weapon, averaging just under 100 yards receiving, 13 touchdowns in 9 games. He is one of the more dynamic players in the central section. He will be on full display on both sides of the ball tonight.
For Madera, we have Michael Pedro and Daniel Mendez.
Yes, Michael Pedro, we saw him against Madera South earlier in the football season. Another really dynamic weapon at the receiver spot, will also play in the defensive backfield for the Coyotes. He's a huge part of what this team does, catching the football and also defending the pass. And then Daniel Mendez, the most physical player on the Madera roster. He's a running back, he's a linebacker. He will do it all on the second level of the defense, and he really makes this physical rushing attack for Madera run. If he doesn't have a good game, it's going to be tough for Madera to move the football.
A lot going on tonight. It's senior night. We're posted right next to a big speaker. The band just went by. But let me tell you this. Gavin Garcia and Caden Owens are the academic athletes of the week, sponsored by Donald P. Dick. 3 generations of Mr. Cool. They're here to talk about academics and the importance of good grades.
Once again, a brand new position around here.
It's important because this is what allows us to be on the field. Without basically good grades, you get to play on the field. Bad grades, you can't really do anything about it. I believe it's easy, but there are people that can make it hard by not trying to do their work or slacking off on the field as well. I think it's easy. It's a great teacher. It teaches you how to manage both football and school.
I have to keep this GPA up because I look forward to going to college and playing sports in college. And the first thing scouts look at is your grades, so I always want to have those up. And then next comes sports. So grades first and then sports second for me. It's difficult sometimes, but you just gotta push through it. And some nights I'm dead tired, so I just push through it and get it done. Or I go in at lunch and ask my teachers for extra help or something, and it'll help me.
Couple of guys who have their priorities in order. We're hearing about what they think in the classroom. We're about to find out what they can do on the football field. The game time is just about coming up. Kickoff is coming after this timeout, so stick with us. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. Madera here against Justin Garza. We welcome you back to tonight's game. The regular season finale already. We're here at the end of the regular season.
Yeah, flew by, right? This is our 8th game so far in the 2023 football season. Really excited about this one. Two really high-quality football teams. Kenny Pollinelli, who we know, Joseph Ferris, who we know, head coach for Justin Garza, used to be head coach at Madera. Kenny Pollinelli worked under Joseph, so they know each other really, really well. Excited to see these two teams go at it tonight.
Tonight's kickoff weather is sponsored by Roos Heating, Air Conditioning, and Refrigeration. You can't lose with Roos. Chris Kuiper said it's going to be 66 degrees at kickoff, dipping down into the 50s by the time we hit the fourth quarter.
Kevin Miller will definitely have a jacket on by the
Well,
end of the
speaking
game.
of Kevin, let's send it down to him right now.
All right, so there's Star-Lord, Gamora, Drax, Rocket, Groot. Well, let's not forget these Guardians behind me, ready to turn up the volume on senior night. After all, this is Friday night! Let's go! Woo! Ralph Cam, back to you! Let's go, Guardians!
The only thing better than Kevin Miller with a microphone is Kevin Miller with two microphones. One in each hand.
That's right. Double-fisted microphones.
This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Ivan Alvarez to kick off for the Guardians. They are 3-1 in conference play, 5-4 overall. Madera, 6-3 overall, 2-2 in the conference. And here we go, a short kick, taken up about the 27-yard line. This is Michael Pedro bursting through a little opening, gets it out across the 40. Nice return by Pedro.
Yeah, you kick it short to try to keep it out of the returner's hands, but the upback is Michael Pedro's, probably the most dangerous ball carrier for the Madera Coyotes. Good field position to start, and we'll see this Madera offense. They go quickly, they run a ton of RPO, they are very complex to defend. And then Daniel Mendez, when he gets it, runs with some anger with the football.
Tonight's first quarter sponsored by BD&J Lawyers. Over $1.5 billion recovered for our clients. Looking to throw on first down. He stumbled right about at the 39 and down at the 40. Ariano is a junior, listed at 5'11", 180 pounds. Joel Ariano.
It looked like he had some space. Not really sure what happened, but Madera trying to take a deep shot right off the bat. Good coverage by Garza.
Second and about 12. The handoff, and not much there for Daniel Mendez. Forrest Johnson in on the stop.
A nice play from the backside. Madera pulling some guys around to the front side. Forrest Johnson pursuing from the backside, able to pull Mendez down for no gain.
Pass over the middle is complete to Pedro. Gets it across midfield. And it'll be about 2 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, this is go territory for Kenny Pollinelli. 4th and 2, right at the 50. Could catch Garza with an extra guy on the field. Yeah, they got to call timeout. They tried to substitute. Madera did not substitute, so referees did not stop the action. Garza has to take their first timeout early in this first quarter.
This TV timeout sponsored by Ventura TV, Electronics and Appliances, your low price leader since 1951.
Going forward on fourth down, first possession of the game. We know both of these coaches really very aggressive on fourth down. Anytime they have a 4th and 2, unless they're backed up deep in their own territory, they're probably going to go for it. Kenny Pollinelli, we'll see what he pulls out. First possession of the game. Haven't seen an RPO yet. It's such a big part of their offense. He did get the ball to Michael Pedro on that 3rd down. He came up just a little bit short. But we'll see. So far, Garza stout in the run game.
Let's see if that unit can make the stop on 4th and 2. Mariano hands it off, and there's nothing there. Mendez is stuffed. Actually, a loss of about 3. So that's the risk you take. And now great field position for the Guardians as they come out on offense for the first time.
Yeah, nice first possession on defense from the Guardians. That time outside zone with a lead blocker, but penetration from the defensive front for Garza, able to blow that play up, actually a tackle for a couple yards loss. And Caleb Matthews gets the ball in plus territory for his first possession.
Matthews will throw on first down. Has it complete to the near side. London Alexander tried to spin out of the defender's grasp. He'll be spotted just outside the 40.
Really smart approach from this Garza offense. They're going to take what the defense gives them. They'll count the box. They'll determine whether they go run pass. And Caleb Matthews always has the ability to do that. Just stand up and get the ball out quickly to one of his receivers on the perimeter. Try to get a blocker out in front. Just an extension of the run game. And we see quick release. Get some zip on that football to get it out wide. And Garza looking at a 3rd and short.
Bishop with the catch. 3rd and 1. They'll try and get it on the ground, and bursting through and picking up that first down is Leandris Williams. Inside the 30 at about the 28.
Yeah, took a shot
First and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Took a shot at the end of that one from Isaac Contreras coming downhill. But first down for this Garza offense.
Now running away from pressure. Has some room down the near sideline, inside the 10, the 5. Touchdown. No, they're going to say he's out just short of the pylon.
Oh, man, it looked like if he just reaches that ball over the pylon, it's a touchdown. But Caleb Matthews, the second leading rusher for this Garza offense. Nobody open, sees some space, is able to run. Really outran everybody. Michael Pedro slung him down right at the end, and then Petroson's in the Wildcat.
And now they're trying to return the favor and run a fast play. That forces Madera to call a timeout.
Yeah, Garza substituted, so Madera had the opportunity. They just substituted a little bit late. That 11th player a little bit late running on the field. You don't want to be light in the box against this big Wildcat rushing attack. Petroson 6'3", 215. We've seen him working kind of in that slot area as a lead blocker so far for this offense, but big power back with the ball in his hands.
Now, was he in? Let's see what happened. Grab from behind. Boy, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, it looked like
he was backwards. That was the problem.
It looked like he was in. To me, it looked like that ball was inside of the pylon. Foot hit the pylon. Ball looked like it was inside the foot. But official was trailing just a little bit. I don't think it's going to matter with this big Wildcat offense that Garza has on the football field.
Jack Petrosons comes in for the Wildcat and pushes it into the end zone. That is the touchdown. The touchdown is sponsored by Porta Subs, your neighborhood sandwich shop.
Garza takes advantage of the 4th down stop. Madera goes for it right at the 50. Stops short of the conversion, and Garza right down the football field. A couple of completions from Caleb Matthews. Caleb Matthews using his legs to set up Garza inside the red zone, and then Jack Petroson just powering his way into the end zone for the 4th score of the night.
Eric Ramirez with the extra point is up and good. And the Guardians draw first blood. Good scramble by the quarterback. Creates the opportunity for the touchdown. And Petroson's ran it in.
Caleb Matthews, just a dynamic weapon at the quarterback position. We know how he can throw the football. 25 touchdowns on the year, just 1 interception. Extremely efficient operating this Garza offense. But if he gets space, he's dangerous with his legs as well. 450 yards rushing on the season coming into this game. Picks up another chunk right there to set Garza up. Exactly what you want to do with the short field. Right there from Justin Garza's offense.
Alvarez to kick off. Again, last time was a short kick. This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Short kick again. Falling on it at the 32-yard line. Mendez, and that's where Madera will take over now, down 7-0.
Yeah, it looked like Mendez, if he just picked that one up, had some blockers in front, but falls on it. Again, pretty decent field position for the Madera Coyote offense. Couldn't get the run game started that first possession. Good job by Garza defending the run, really with 4 down linemen. We'll see how Madera comes out for this drive number 2.
Mariano to Mendez off the far side. Across the 35 out to about the 37.
Nice job. Positive play on first down. Now Madera using a little bit of tempo, which is what they want to do offensively.
Has to pull it down. Can't find anybody open. Now he'll run for the sideline and go out of bounds at about the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, RPO, 3 receivers into the short side of the field. So Ariano tried to come up, deliver it quickly out to Michael Pedro, but good coverage by Garza on the perimeter. Another 3rd down for this Madera Coyote offense early in the football game.
Third down play. And they're going to pick up the first down and then some. That pile's still moving out across midfield. Thought I heard a whistle, but that should end it. All right, let's go down to Kevin Miller with tonight's financial wellness tip. Kevin?
Thanks, Ralph. Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Check your account balances regularly. When people are stressed about money, they often try to avoid thinking about it entirely. Unfortunately, that only makes things worse. Avoid overdraft charges and budget blunders by staying aware of what you have in the bank, what you owe, and what expenses you have coming up, even when it feels uncomfortable. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank, and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Running to the near side. Blake Burton for Madera. It's going to be just enough for the first down. So it's 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Yeah, nice job by Madera. They're attacking the perimeter of this Justin Garza defense and doing a nice job getting some blocks and getting some leverage on these Garza defenders.
Again, it's Burton picking his way up for a gain of about 5. To the 28.
A really nice answer from Madera. They had that 3rd down conversion, decided to run the football, picked it up. Daniel Mendez with a big run the very next play, and they've kept it on the ground and they've had some success on this second drive.
Hand it to Mendez. To the 25. That'll set up a 3rd and about 2.
Nice push from this Madera offensive line. They took that first possession personally. They stopped on 4th down and done a really nice job the second possession.
Back to Mendez. Has the first down near the 21. 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
And we'll see what Garza does defensively. If they bring a safety down around the box, which they do. One post safety, 2 corners deep, playing deep third coverage. Madera just doing a nice job with an extra blocker at the point of attack, getting some push, and then Mendez wiggling his way through the hole and running physically at the point of attack.
Nothing there this time for Mendez. He draws a crowd. I'm going to say no gain, 2nd and 10.
Machine Gun Kelly walking around right here. Machine Gun Kelly walking around. Snap it.
What a steady diet of Daniel Mendez. Again, no gain on that play. 3rd down.
Nice job by Garza recognizing that outside zone. Madera pulling a couple of linemen around, but some front side penetration from this 4-down lineman defensive line for Garza, really blowing those last 2 plays up.
Ariano throws complete to Mendez along the sideline inside the 20. And they're going to have a decision here on 4th down.
And nice job by Ariano. Nobody open down the field. Hits his check down, Daniel Mendez, to create a manageable 4th down. Picked up about half. Got about 4th and 5 left. And looks like the offense staying on the football field.
Ariano throws on a slant down near the 10. That should be good enough for a 1st down.
Nice catch by Isaac Lopez. That ball came out quick from Ariano, a little bit behind Lopez. Reached down, was able to grab that one. Really nice catch for a big 4th down conversion for this Coyote offense.
So it's another 1st and 10, brought to you by Lithia Subaru. This drive has worked its way inside the Toyota red zone. Hand off to Pedro. Virtually no gain.
Yeah, once again, penetration from this Justin Garza front 7. That time Madera, tight bunch formation. Daniel Mendez goes wide in motion to try to attract some eyes. They hand it to Pedro, coming back inside, but penetration from this defensive front, able to limit that to just a 1-yard gain.
So on 2nd and 9, Mendez tries the left side. Runs right into Bradell Aurelio, who made the tackle, but quickly back up to the line is Madera.
Yeah, outside zone again, trying to get Mendez on the perimeter. He decides to put a foot down and cut back, with nice pursuit inside out by the Garza defense.
Ariano looking to throw, still looking. Can't find anybody open, so he'll scramble away to the left. Now he fires to the end zone, caught. Touchdown. Emmanuel Solis on the receiving end, right over there near the boundary.
What a nice job from Ariano, just extending that play. Nobody's open initially. He's able to break, contain, get outside the pocket. Emmanuel Solis tiptoeing right on the sideline, just inside the pylon. Ariano delivers a strike right in bounds for 6 points for the Madera Coyotes. What an answer. Give up a touchdown. You give the ball to Justin Garza in plus territory. They take it right down and score. The Coyotes come back and answer that with a touchdown drive of their own, largely from the back of Daniel Mendez, and Ariano doing a nice job putting that one in the end zone for 6.
It is tied at 7-7. 2:31 to go in the first quarter. We will be back right after this timeout. All right, welcome back, everybody. We've got a 7-7 game. Madera now will be kicking off to the Guardians.
Nice answer from the Coyotes. Drive number 2, down 7-0. Converting a 3rd down in your own territory, converting a 4th down right around the red zone. Nice answer after giving up a touchdown drive. The first Garza possession.
All right, this kickoff is brought to you by Fresno Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Andy Berry to kick it off for the Coyotes. Another short kick. Everybody's doing short kicks now. We've seen the last couple of weeks, everybody's booming them into the end zone. But we're getting some opportunities tonight.
Yeah, trying to keep it away from these dangerous weapons that we talked about before the game. But London Alexander, he was ready for that short kick. He was running up from the deep returner spot. He was ready to catch that one and take off, but somebody called a fair catch. So Garza gets the ball on their own 30-yard line to start this drive.
Matthews, the quarterback, Williams in the backfield alongside. And Williams gets the handoff, carries it out across the 35 to about the 36.
RPO, inside zone. Nice pickup on 1st down.
The Guardians go and hurry up. Pass to the near side is complete. Julian Aranzasu with the 1st down. It'll be another 1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Yeah, just an extension of the run game. Get it out quick, get some blockers in front, move the sticks. Right back on the football.
Whips another throw to the near side. This is London Alexander. 3 defenders bring him down for no gain.
Yeah, nice job defensively that time. Paul Childers working off a block. Again, 3 receivers into the short side of the field, just trying to get a crease, but Childers, nice job working off a block, tackling Alexander for no gain.
Matthews with the pass. Oh, right through the hands of the wide open receiver, Ja'Kai Vasquez. And he had room to roam, didn't he?
He did. He had a lot of room. Nice job by Caleb Matthews. Nobody open initially. Breaks the pocket. Thought he may take off like he did on that first drive. But sees Vasquez wide open just off the hands. Just have to secure that one before you take off with it. Make sure you look it all the way in.
2nd down, another pass play. This one complete across midfield and down at the 45-yard line. Making that catch is Jack Petrosans, who had one of the early touchdowns. Tonight's Smile Cam is sponsored by Toyota. With more hybrids than any other brand, there's one for everyone. Toyota. Let's go places. Handoff to Williams. Dropped short of the 40. Gain of 4.
Nice job from Garza in the run game. Not a big part of what they do, mostly inside zone off of the RPO look. But they've gotten some push inside, and Williams doing a nice job at the point of attack, picking up extra yardage after contact. Just adds another dimension to what you have to defend from this Garza offense.
Isaiah Hernandez, the receiver, and hit hard shortly after making the catch by Chris Alvarez.
Nice job by Alvarez coming downhill, being physical at the point of attack. But again, just that quick passing game. It's an extension of the run game. We're going to get it to our weapons, and we're going to put some blockers in front, and we're going to continue to move the sticks that way. Caleb Matthews is the perfect quarterback to operate an offense like this.
Hands it off, and it's Nacho time. Nacho Miller, the ball carrier, down to the 30.
Another physical tackle coming out of the middle of the field from Chris Alvarez.
And time is going to run out on this first quarter tonight. Very entertaining first quarter. First quarter has been sponsored by BD&J Lawyers. Over $1.5 billion recovered for our clients. First quarter's in the books. We'll be back with quarter number 2. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals.
All right, ladies, you ready? Are you ready? Here we go.
Student section here.
Kevin Miller got him hyped earlier.
He got him going. He always does. And now the Guardians are going to try and get him going on their way in here from the 30. Second down, Matthews with the pass. Nice catch by Omari Bogan, but nothing there. Tonight's second quarter is brought to you by Sang Pediatrics.
Paul Childers again coming downhill, making a nice tackle in space.
Also like to thank our trophy sponsor, Ace Trophy in Clovis, for all your custom award design needs.
Bogan, a really dangerous receiver, and that's a tough tackle with a lot of space. Nice job by Childers getting him down.
Matthews looking deep. Has a guy out there, can't quite haul it in. Pass was intended for Taj Bishop. Incomplete.
Yeah, London Alexander hasn't been back in the football game after he took that tackle on the sideline earlier in this drive. That's usually the guy that Caleb Matthews is looking for when he takes a vertical shot. Sets up a 4th and 7. This is definitely 4-down territory, a little bit too deep for a field goal. Garza keeps the offense on the football field.
Matthews flushed out of the pocket, has room to run to the near side. 25-20, 15-10, 5. Just short. Boy, another big run by Matthews right to the goal line.
Yeah, and another big shot from this Madera defense. And the Madera has been playing physical on the defensive side of the football. Nice job by Petrosons, too, lead blocking his quarterback almost into the end zone. But, man, London Alexander out of the game. Omari Bogan came out of the game. Caleb Matthews now limping off the field. They're going to go Wildcat, but Madera defense playing physical so far tonight.
Petrosons again needing some help. And they push him back. The whistles stop play. He'll be short, be second and goal. Inside the Toyota red zone.
Yeah, expect 4 doses of that. Looks like the ball right at the 1-yard line. Petrosons hustling downfield, blocking for his quarterback on the last snap. Now huffing just a little bit as the Wildcat quarterback. We're going to see another Wildcat push play.
Oh, Petrosons again runs into a wall and is pushed back. He's going to lose another yard.
Really nice penetration. That's really the only way to defend this big Isaiah Bees getting in the backfield. You know, Jalen Hurts and the tush push is unstoppable in the NFL right now. This is a little different version. A couple of big bodies in front of Petrosons, but Bees
timeout on the offense.
Getting penetration, blowing that thing up in the backfield.
Yeah, I'm sure they figured they'd be in the end zone by now after 2 shots from about the 1. Now you got to refigure.
Yeah,
maybe get your quarterback back into the game.
He was close on that first down run, too. Looked like he was just about in. But Madera stout right at the point of attack. And would totally expect to see Caleb Matthews back on the football field. The ball back at the 3-yard line.
Send it down to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
I can hear you. What would you like?
We'll come back to Kevin in just a minute. Let's see if we can get a third down play in here. Matthews is back in there at quarterback. Williams, number 21, the running back. And it's a pitch coming around the near side. Vasquez working around a block to the end zone. Touchdown.
Really nice design by Garza. They run a reverse, but they catch Madera in man coverage. So Chris Alvarez has to run all the way across the football field. Just too much ground to cover. Really nice job from Vasquez. And a nice block out on the perimeter as well from Isaiah Hernandez, a wide receiver. But Vasquez is able to outrun the defender, Chris Alvarez, for the second touchdown for this Garza offense tonight.
High snap on the extra point, but the placement is good and the kick is good. So the Guardians back out in front. Now 14-7 lead over Madera. We'll be back with more after this timeout. Welcome back, everybody. After regaining the lead, Guardians set to kick off here. 9:58 to go before halftime. You were noticing London Alexander in the tent down here getting looked after.
Yeah, took a little bit of a shot on a short pass. Kind of got slung to the ground a little bit. Came off a little, just hobbling a little bit to the sideline. Now he's down kind of in the trainer's tent and not sure, if we'll see number 3 back in the game or not.
Another very short kickoff. That one taken by Blake Burton at about the 37-yard line. So good field position to start this drive for Madera.
Yeah, it's nice starting field position again for this Madera offense. Both these teams they don't want the ball to get back to the dangerous guy's hands on that kickoff. But nice setting up Madera at the 37-yard line to start this third drive of the game.
Ariano with the handoff. Coming to the near side. Mendez picks up about 5.
Nice job by Madera. They're pulling their backside guard and tackle as lead blockers in front of Mendez. Mendez that time bounces it outside. A nice pickup on first down.
Handoff again to Mendez. He works behind a block, then makes a couple of moves in the open field to get it down inside the 40.
Counter that time from Madera, same action, but they come back to the front side of that. Mendez cuts it back and a nice chunk for a first down.
First and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. Ariano keeping it, goes into a slide inside the 25. And they're not stopping for a breath.
No, nice job by Ariano. Nobody open, RPO, keeps it, gets down, moving the chains again.
This is Mendez looking for a hole, finds one. Now he kicks it to the other side and bounces it back in, dragging the defender down near the 10-yard line. That's going to be another first down. A first and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Nice cutback by Mendez. He doesn't want to come out of the game either. He's like, nah, I'm not coming out. Let me keep running this. Same, going front side, pulling a guy in front of him. He puts that foot down and cuts all the way back across the football. Almost breaks that one into open space, but another red zone possession for the Coyotes.
In the Toyota red zone. Hand off to Mendez. Got into some trouble over on that left-hand side. Could not get away from the tackle of Forrest Johnson.
Yeah, nice job on the perimeter that time from the Garza defense. Working off of blocks, forcing Mendez to cut it back. He was trying to bounce it all the way outside. Forcing him back inside, and Nice pursuit down the line from one of the number 79s, Matthew Hines or Forrest Johnson, one of the two, and making a tackle for loss.
Snap infraction on the offense, number 65. 5 yards. Remains second down.
Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal. Our referee tonight is Thomas Pinedo. Mike Illingworth is the umpire. The head linesman is John Franco. Line judge is Isaiah Lopez. The back judge, Rick Cazares. Mariano looking. Steps up and then steps into trouble, and he'll be taken down for a sack.
Yeah, coverage sack that time. A 3-level route from Madera, a short route, an intermediate route, and then a deep corner route to the back pylon. Everybody covered step for step from this Garza secondary. Ariano, nobody open, and then finally that pursuit gets to him. Third and very long for this Madera offense.
23, yeah, long way to go. Ariano. Now he's in trouble again. Gonna have to scramble away from pressure. Heads toward the sideline, and he's shoved out of bounds inside the 15. Let's send it downstairs to Kevin Miller.
Student Athlete Health Tip is sponsored by Sang Pediatrics. Don't forget to be a student as well as an athlete. These days, athletes are smarter than ever as they have to multitask and manage their brand. The smarter ones can market themselves and manage their money so that grifters can't take advantage of them. The smarter you are, the more money you will make. Nobody will be able to take away your education, so be sure to study hard.
Offense.
Once again, this Student Athlete Health Tip is sponsored by Sang Pediatrics. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. Facing a 4th down and very long, 4th and about 14. Madera takes a timeout.
Yeah, I would expect them to send the field goal unit on the football field. I know this is probably a game that you would rather score touchdowns than kick field goals, but 4th and 14, I mean, technically you could pick up a first down inside the 1-yard line, but that's a tough task against a really good Garza secondary, and it looks like London Alexander running back on the football field, so that tough secondary just got even better with number 3 running back on the football field, and it does look like the Coyotes are going to run the field goal unit out.
This would be a 32-yard field goal. Andy Berry lining it up. Kick is away, plenty of leg, and it's good. Berry with a 32-yard field goal to tighten the margin. It's a 14-10 game now, the lead for Garza.
That was booted. 32-yarder, not automatic in high school at all, but Berry with a really nice kick through the uprights, and points on the board for the Coyotes.
We've seen some kickers this season, haven't we?
We have.
With 35 yards around that range.
Yeah. Very impressive. We have, I mean, we've had a lot of quality kickers this year so far. Nice to see London Alexander back on the football field. We talked about him before the game. Such a big component to the passing game for the Guardians, but also as a cornerback. He plays both sides of the football. A dynamic football player. Definitely someone who we'll see playing at the college level next season somewhere. Just nice to see him back on the football field after sitting out for a couple of possessions.
This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Low kick. They're still not going to give any chances to return that ball.
I don't know, maybe Kenny Pollinelli and Joseph Ferris just made a agreement before the game. All right, nobody's kicking deep. We're going to kick short and just play offense and defense and see who the better team is. Just not wanting to give London Alexander or Michael Pedro on the other side a chance to hit a big return, because they are very capable of doing that.
Garza back on offense from the 35. Matthews has the open receiver. That's Petrosans, who delivers the blow after the catch, gets it out to midfield, and picking up the first down, first and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
And Caleb Matthews is just so calm. He never looks rattled. He never looks like he's sped up. He just kind of flicks the ball out. He just is such a
playing in the backyard.
Yeah, just a smooth athlete at the quarterback position. He's really impressive to watch.
This one goes to Alexander, and boy, there's not much there. He's a marked man whenever the ball comes near him.
Yeah,
Okay, let's take a look at Eric on the H&E scissor lift. He's given us our aerial footage. Our thanks to H&E Equipment for their help with our equipment rentals for these FNR games. H&E Equipment, where others stop, we continue. Keep up the good work, Eric.
A little bit of a broken play that time. Matthews getting outside the pocket, trying to kind of at the last minute to get it to London Alexander. Threw it just a little bit behind. Set up a 3rd and long.
3rd and 9. Trying to screen to the far side. The receiver has it. That's Isaiah Hernandez, and he's very close to the stick. It's going to be 4th and about a yard.
4th and a yard. Expect some RPO. Probably handed to Williams with Petrosans as the lead blocker.
It's exactly what they did. There's a penalty flag. Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Yeah, Child is out there just smacking people, man.
Did one of the backs move
illegal
forward?
motion? Yeah.
Illegal shift on the offense, number 21. Replay, 4th down.
Sorry, illegal shift. I thought maybe Petrosans is moving forward at the snap, but they got Williams moving forward.
So instead of a 4th and 1, it's a 4th and 6.
And a first punt. Not sure if we would see a punt tonight with both of these head coaches, but 4th and 6 from the 46. Joseph Ferris deciding to try to pin the Coyotes deep, although Caleb Matthews is the punter.
Yeah,
so
when
you
your
never
quarterback
know.
is the punter, anything can happen, right? He's angling for the sideline over there. Takes a good bounce, going to go out of bounds inside the 20. Let's see here. Spotted about the 15.
A nice punt. That's what you want. Something inside the 20 when you punt from, plus territory. Nice execution by Matthews on that sideline punt, keeping it away from Michael Pedro. Again, not allowing these returners to make an impact in this football game. So far, both these defenses really flying around. I mean, 2 really high-scoring offenses, but some physical play out of both of these defenses. Child is Chris Alvarez for the Madera Coyotes, just flying around, hitting people so far in this first half.
Mendez, the ball carrier, not much there on the first down play. Now we got a player down.
Yeah, it looks like a cramp. Yeah, tried to run that counter again. They had success on the last drive with that counter. It looks like they're running that kind of outside zone with that wing pulling around, but they cut it back to the front side. Nice recognition by Garza that time. Fool me once. Shame on you, fool me twice.
Shame on me, that's right. So while the trainers are tending to the player with the cramp out there, the rest of the players turn to the sidelines.
Man, I played with some guys in Chicago. It'd be 15 degrees and they'd be cramping. I just never understood it. I could never understood it. It's, it's not quite that cold tonight, but it's not warm by any definition of that word. And guys still cramp, man. It's crazy to me. And those are not fun either.
Aurelio able to walk off under his own power, reaching for the Gatorade.
Yeah, give me the stuff with the tape on it.
Ariano looking, rolling to the near side. Passes away, caught by Lopez. Just short of the 30. But that will be good enough for a first down, 1st and 10. Sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Ariano's done a really nice job tonight. This is a quick passing offense. They want to get the ball out quickly, but nobody's been open. Ariano's done a nice job of extending the play, keeping his eyes downfield, and finding a receiver in that second window.
Mendez to the far side, trying to get around the corner. He couldn't quite do it. That's partially because of Caden Owens over there.
Trying to run his own guy over. He runs angry, man. I love the way he runs the football. Had a little crease, but a nice job. Garza working off of blocks and getting him down.
Second and 7, Ariano keeps it and goes into a slide. After picking up the first down, let's send it downstairs to Kevin Nolan.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Check your account balances regularly. When people are stressed about money, they often try to avoid thinking about it entirely. Unfortunately, that only makes things worse. Avoid overdraft charges and budget blunders by staying aware of what you have in the bank, what you owe, and what expenses you have coming up, even when it feels uncomfortable. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
And whistles will stop this play. Thank you, Kevin.
Bogan running off the field and just goes down. Can't tell if he's an ankle or a cramp, another cramp, but if you hurry, you can go down. They'll stop the game and let you get off the football field. He's trying to hobble off the field and went down just before he got to the sideline and avoided that 12th man on the field. A couple of quarterback run. First one to pick up a first down, about a 3-yard gain for Ariano. Again, just quarterback power with the lead blocker in front of him.
Going to hand it off. Blake Burton, the ball carrier. Short of midfield. He stopped at about the 49.
Madera's really using that outside run game really well. They're stretching that defense of Garza and giving their running backs a couple of options to cut back. And his running backs from Madera, Mendez, and Burton doing a nice job finding those creases.
On 3rd and 4, Mendez got behind his line, and he's just saying, take me there. That's about the 3rd one of those we've seen tonight.
Yeah, Mendez just
scrum.
Keeps his legs moving, doesn't go down easily, and then
you can't find him.
Gets his offensive line buddies, to keep pushing him. Just continues to move those legs, and this is a nice drive. Started at their own 15 now in Garza territory.
1st and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru. And he'll throw on first down. If he can find somebody open, now he's going to run. Inside the 40, out of bounds at about the 37.
Nobody open. Really nice coverage. Justin Garza defensively. They are so sound. They are so good in coverage that time. Ariano looking for the wheel route to Ty Davis, working out of the slot, but perfect coverage all the way down the field from Caden Owens.
Prior to snap, full start, On the offense, number 7, 5 yards. Second down.
Flag on the play, sponsored by Fresno Suit Outlet. Penalty will take the ball back to the 42.
Yeah, minute 53, Madera with 1 timeout. Plenty of time, clock stops after a first down to reset the chain, so they work quickly anyway, so just able to execute their regular offense.
Second down, receivers open, hauls in the pass, that's Solis. Out of bounds inside the 40, about the 38. Solis, a lanky guy, 6'3". Mendez, nothing there. Petroson's in on the stop that time.
Nice job by Petroson's, working off a block, not allowing Mendez to bounce that one out. We'll see if Madera slows this one down, takes the entire play clock. We'll see if they decide to go for it or punt the ball to Garza at the Garza 38-yard line. Not an area of the field that Kenny Palinelli really likes to punt the football.
Fourth down, under a minute to go. Pass upfield is complete. Michael Pedro, the receiver, out of bounds, right about the 20-yard line.
Nice
First
job.
and 10, sponsored by Lithia Subaru.
Getting Ariano outside the pocket with the blocker in front to ensure he stays clean. That corner route from the slot from Ty Davis. Ariano delivered it right on time, right on the sideline. Davis tiptoed for a couple of extra yards. 47 seconds left, got out of bounds, so clock stays stopped.
They try to run it, but nothing doing there. Nice tackle by Tyler Bishop.
Timeout on the offense.
By Madera. So you know you got a kicker. So that's always an option if you get a little closer.
Yeah, I'm sure they know Garza gets the ball coming out to start the second half. Know they want to get this ball in the end zone. I think trying to catch him off guard on that first down run, running into the short side. Well defended by Garza. 41 seconds, no timeouts. The ball at the 21-yard line. So Madera just continue to execute their offense. They're used to using tempo. They're used to going quickly, so they understand how to get on the football, not waste a lot of time between plays. So they can still execute the entire playbook, but would be very surprised if we see another run in this first half. Put the ball in Ariano's hands. Garza's done a good job defensively in coverage, but moving him around, moving Ariano outside the pocket. They've had a little bit of success with that, whether it's a scramble or design. See how they attack this Garza defense at the end of this first half.
Mendez. And he's going to end up losing. Zamarian Frazier on the tackle.
You gotta go quickly.
Yeah, now you really got to hurry. Try and get something here, then stop the clock. Thrown to the end zone, overthrown, and it'll be fourth down. Lopez, the intended receiver, but far out of his reach.
Ooh, 40-yarder. Yeah,
Looks like they're going to let him take a shot at it.
Yeah, just a little bit surprised with that second down run. You have no timeouts, just 40 seconds on the clock. You know, outside the 20-yard line. Cost Madera a lot of time and then tried to take a shot at the end zone.
Andy Berry going to try from 39.
Timeout. Defense.
So Garza takes the timeout. Let him think about it. It's not that it wasn't already long enough.
Yeah, now he knows, though. No timeouts left, so I know I'm going to step up and kick this one. When there's a timeout, you never know. You're a little bit unsure what's going to happen. Now Barry knows, and that last kick, plenty of legs, so 40 yards, not out of the range of Andy Barry by any means. Michael Pedro's the holder, though, so you never know. 15 seconds left. See if Garza's in punt or field goal safe. Oh, offense back on the field. Well, Garza calls a timeout, and Kenny Paulinelli says, we're going to try to pick this thing up.
I think there are 12 guys on the field, and they didn't get it off the field in time, did they? He's going to throw, has the receiver. Down to the 10, a flag on the play. So that's going to stop the clock.
Yeah, defensive penalty.
Too many players on the field.
We'll stop the clock, 9 seconds left. Clean pocket for Arellano, delivered a route right on time to Michael Pedro. Now a couple of chances to take a shot at the end zone. Why are they taking this ball back? Yeah, I think there was some confusion. They thought maybe this was a...
Well, they're saying he didn't get the first down. The Guardians started cheering like they were going to run off the field like it was their ball.
Yeah, the field goal unit's already on the field for the Coyotes. And I thought he picked up that first down. I thought he caught it past the sticks. Yeah, I mean, he caught that ball at the 9-yard line, and they marked it at the 12. I think there was some confusion of who the penalty was on, so they started marking the ball backwards. Now they're marking the penalty out.
Illegal substitution on the defense. 5 yard is added to the end of the run. Result of the penalty, first down.
But they're not going to take a chance. They're going to kick the field goal right now. From the 13. No doubt about that one. A 23-yard field goal up and through.
Okay.
Man, he bombed that.
Don,
You're still trying to figure out what happened, huh?
A defensive penalty, the clock stops, and it's not started again until the ball is snapped. Is that correct? So Madera had plenty of time if they wanted to run another play with 9 seconds left.
Yes, that's correct. They have plenty of time. It's a dead ball. The ball starts with the snap after the penalty was accepted, and then the kick was good.
Yeah, so Madera did have an opportunity, just to take a shot at the end zone. That was a very confusing sequence, though, and they just wanted to get the kicker on the field, get 3 points out of that possession, go into halftime just down 1. But a missed opportunity that they had a snap to play with. Take a shot to your big 6'3" receiver, Emmanuel Solis or Michael Pedro in a one-on-one situation. But 14-13.
Probably just worried about getting caught in the field of play and having the clock run out on you.
Yeah, very true. You get sacked and you're out of luck.
So take the points. This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Oh, and a big hit over on the far sideline.
Childers again, man. He is all over the place in this first half. Him, Chris Alvarez, they're just flying all over the place.
Bishop trying to concentrate on catching the ball and didn't see that truck.
Yeah, and I think unsportsmanlike conduct penalty on one of the Garza players after that play.
Flag on the play is brought to you by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Dead ball.
Suit deal.
Unsportsmanlike. On the return team, 15 yards, first down.
Just got to keep your cool.
Here we go. That's some football action. 4 seconds to go.
And that's how the first half will end. We got a 1-point game, huh? You got to like that. 14-13. Garza with a slim 1-point margin. Let's send it downstairs to Kevin.
Trying to grab Joseph Ferris.
Go ahead, Kevin. You got it.
All right, here with Coach. Coach, even battle in the first half. What do the Guardians have to do to extend this lead and get this win tonight?
Well, we just got to keep doing what we want to do offensively, spreading the ball out, running the ball when they're giving us a light box, taking advantage of the key game and the leverage game when they're trying to load the box, and then defensively we just got to line up fast and match their tempo and make tackles in the open field, really get pressure on that quarterback. We're covering good downfield, but he's escaping the pocket and kind of extending plays, and so we got to get a little bit more pressure, kind of keep him in the pocket a little bit.
There you go. Appreciate that, Coach. Go get with your guys. Best of luck in the second half. Speaking of second halves, Ralph Cam is coming up after this. Is Ralph throwing it to me, or is he done? Halftime report. It's time for our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete Award, brought to you by Wendy's Breakfast. The 2 for $3 Biggie bundles, the perfect pair, the perfect duo. And talk about dynamic duo. One half of the dynamic duo, the Black Knight, Batman, but our Scholar Athlete, Isabella Gray from Justin Garza. Isabella, how you doing?
I'm doing so good, thank you.
That's awesome. You have dress up night tonight. Students are in costume, and we just want to celebrate you, Isabella. We know that you are an athlete here at Justin Garza. What sport do you play?
I play volleyball here at Garza.
And what position?
I'm an outside hitter.
All right, so you like to really hit the ball, power, might, that's your thing, just like Batman. That works out. Now, I'm going to brag about you a little bit, all right? 4.4 GPA, y'all. So she is a scholar and an athlete, of course. And what do you enjoy most about being on the volleyball team?
I just love the girls and the community, and you build such a good bond with your entire team.
Indeed, indeed. And one of the things about Scholar Athletes, and Vince Wesson, he just gave back to the community and to schools, is we appreciate the co-curricular activities that you're involved in. Can you share a little bit about what you're involved in?
Oh, for sure. I'm the president of the California Scholarship Federation here at Garza, and I'm also in a couple other clubs like Interact and Mock Trial. But outside of school, I do some volunteer work with the Poverello House and at my church.
Always giving back. That's Isabella Gray, y'all. And then Isabella, senior. And I mean, of course, that's a special year, but you are the first graduating class of Justin Garza High School. Can you put into words what that must be like?
It's super awesome, and it's also really fun as a class to make new traditions and set the precedent for other years to come.
All right, and I hear that your student section is the #1 student section in Northern California, not just the Central section. And we're always talking about competitions here on Friday Night Rivals, but you guys are in the front running for something like that. All right, so senior, next year, can you share with us a little bit about your plans?
For sure. I think long term, I want to go to a 4-year university like maybe UC San Diego or UC Davis, and I want to major in bio with plans to go pre-med in the future.
Wow. And any particular specialty in the medical field?
I'm kind of leaning towards going into surgery, like trauma surgery.
Oh my goodness. Well, we so appreciate the plans that you have and the impact that you've made. And now you are eligible for a $5,000 scholarship, courtesy of Wendy's. Sounds pretty good, right?
Sounds amazing.
Right, the breakfast and the scholarship, right? But this is Isabella Gray. She's our Vince Wesson Scholar Athlete. And we just want to say congratulations to you And, of course, we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Yeah, Isabella. I'll be Robin to your Batman. How about that? The Xfinity Halftime Report, and it's time for our Educator Spotlight, brought to you by EECU. Something pretty special for our Educator Spotlight. Principal of Madera High School, Robin Cosgrove, and Principal of Justin Garza, Armand Dillon, have appreciated an opportunity for our students to share some of the amazing things that they're doing. And at Madera High School, they have just been involved in their annual Trunk or Treat, where they are giving back to their foster youth siblings, students without stable, consistent housing, and just celebrating them and offering just a joy-filled evening. And it's been wonderful. Over 350 families have participated, all the clubs and community involvement in Madera, and they are all just giving back to one another. And then here we have representatives of Justin Garza and all the things that they are doing in their community. Jesus, we had the biggest outreach thus far at Justin Garza, Fright Night. Tell us about it.
So Fright Night was an event we held October 14th, and it consisted of carnival games. There was inflatables, food, and it was just for everybody, all ages. And it was for, the people, for Garza, for parents, for students, for everybody. And it was a great success for the community. So
yeah, bringing everyone together. That's what Fright Night will do. Even though it's a little scary, right? It's a whole lot of fun. And then your school spirit is off the hook, and we've got a rally coming up. Can you share with us a little bit about what the rally is and what we can expect?
Yeah, okay, as mentioned, our school spirit is incredible, so to celebrate, we're already planning our winter rally, which we're keeping it sweet and simple this year, and the theme is?
The theme is Candyland. So, Spirit has been working really hard trying to make dress-up days that are just going to blow the school spirit out of the water. It's going to shoot up through the roof.
Awesome. Why so serious? Anyway, yes, we're looking forward to that. Maybe we'll have to bring the Friday Night Rivals crew in and film that. And then, Benny, you talk about school spirit. Benny, the birthday boy, mind you. Well done. What a poignant evening. The school spirit we've talked about, #1 in Northern California. Can you capture and describe how awesome the student section is?
I think one word, simply put, electric. We quite possibly have the #1 in, I would say, nation. Me personally.
Yeah, you can.
Might be biased, but
okay if you are.
Our student section is great. We show up every game. We're always standing. We're always ready, and we're always amped.
All right, and you have seen it all night long. It's represented here from Justin Garza High School. We appreciate our principals willing to allow our students to celebrate their community, one another, taking care of themselves, taking care of each other, and that's what it's all about here at our schools. Hey, we're going to be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Welcome back to the Xfinity Halftime Report. And what we have just witnessed is something very special. And it's always special right around this time of year because we typically celebrate our seniors with senior night. And every school does it just so right. They feature not only the athletes, but also the cheerleaders, band members, color guard, and right here at halftime, you can see them walking behind me are the senior cheerleaders, the senior band members and color guard members and their families, and they have celebrated big time this accomplishment, this milestone. And of course, they are the trailblazers because this is, as Isabella Gray, our scholar athlete, our Vince Wesson scholar athlete, testified, this is the first graduating class, the class of 2024 at Justin Garza High School. What a monumental occasion, and something truly to celebrate. As we walk this way, I mean, our parents, our families, there's this surreal moment. There's this highlight moment. We've got posters of our cheerleaders, our athletes. Families are so proud, and it's just been a fantastic night. The football players, the senior football players, they were celebrated pre-game, and there was just a row of them and their parents. Carl Ray Harris, the man, the myth, the legend. How are you, my friend? You just had a senior graduate or about to graduate?
She graduates next year, my daughter.
Oh, fantastic. And what does she participate in here at Justin Garza?
Cheerleading.
Cheerleading? Fantastic. Well, Carl Ray, we appreciate the time. This guy was dunking on me back in the day when we played. Appreciate you, my man. Much, much love. And, of course, it's just a big celebration. This is the slice of Americana Central Valley that we love. And it's about that time for our Les Schwab Cheer Challenge, the tire roll. And here's what we got to know, Central Valley. It is about that time. It's never too early to talk about the holidays. And this is the 10th year, the tradition, where Les Schwab has partnered with Fox 26 for their annual toy drive. And you can go into any one of the 17 local Les Schwabs, bring in an unwrapped, brand new toy, and then there are receptacles there. Bring it by, and you will make this holiday season something special for someone, a child here in the Central Valley. It's a joyous occasion, something we greatly appreciated from Les Schwab and Fox 26, and of course the CW Channel 59. So once again, you've got starting November 13th, all the way through December 23rd, bring in that unwrapped toy and make a child's holiday something very special. Now follow me, Central Valley, because Les Schwab, part of the community, part of Friday Night Rivals, the toy drive will be upon us in no time. But really, what's about to go down is the cheer challenge, the tire relay. We had to wait just a moment because our senior cheerleaders, Carl Ray's daughter being one of them, they had to get ready because it's going to be a moment. So, I think they're ready. On your marks, get set, go! Oh, and they're off. Oh, my goodness. Oh, Madera is sideways, upside down. Oh, they're pulling together. There's going to be some interference. Oh, it's close. It is close. We're going to need a photo finish, I think. And they're still going back to Kelly. I don't know. Maybe they're going through the Justin Garza tunnel. We're going to go to our judges. Who is it? Who won? Who won? The winners, Friday Night Rivals Cheer Challenge, goes to the Yodis of Madera High School. All right, now, hey, not the most auspicious start. I mean, you were wobbling, tumbling. It was like end over end CrossFit, and then you pulled it together, just like the rotation and balance from Les Schwab. How did you get it done?
This one right here!
Robert?
Yeah,
bro. You the key figure in this?
Yes, sir, baby. Let's
All
get
right.
it.
Well, it was a team effort. Madera got it done. Congratulations, Madera High School. Signs to come for the second half. It could be. And speaking of that, we'll be back with more Xfinity Halftime Report right after this. Let's go, Yodis! Woo! Yo, what's up?
All right, welcome back, everybody. Some of the first half highlights for Garza and then Madera.
Nice tiptoe on the sideline. Caleb Matthews using his legs.
Woo. 2 long runs to get right to the doorstep, leading to touchdowns.
Nice design, too. A nice block on the perimeter.
Ja'Kai
as well.
Vasquez.
Mendez, really nice first half establishing the run. Ariano, too, just really composed, making good decisions with the football. Mendez cutting all the way back across the football.
Andy Berry,
maybe
the
a
kicker.
Player of the game so far. A couple of field goals for the Coyotes.
Yeah, and we thought they might take one shot at the end zone with 9 seconds, but they got the field goal instead.
14-13, go down just one at halftime. Big time second half, last regular season game, 2023.
Senior night, so an important night for those. with the playoffs coming up. Let's go downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin?
Thanks, Ralph. Here with Coach KP. Coach KP, hey, good momentum there with that field goal at the end. Plans for the second half to get this win.
I mean, really, we're just focused on finishing drives. I mean, we had 2 drives that we couldn't finish, some penalties that we probably shouldn't be committing in those drives, and so the real focus is just finishing the drives this half offensively, and then obviously defensively just keep flying around and limiting the big plays. I mean, there's a handful of plays where we lost contain there, and we got to do a better job, and that's on us. So,
right on. Hey, I know you're looking forward to it. We're looking forward to it. Let's get it on, man. All right, go finish. Go finish. Ralph Cam, finish. Let's go.
All right, thank you, Coach. Thank you, Kevin. It's going to be interesting second half.
I like both of these coaches so much, man.
Yeah.
They know they're so good X's and O's wise. I've talked football with both of them at length. Just good people, just good guys to be around. You know, friends. Obviously, you're coaching against someone you know well. You want to beat them, and you want to beat them badly, and then you shake hands afterwards and laugh about it. But man, this is everything I thought it would be. Very competitive, back and forth. You know, both of these defenses flying around, doing a good job. Kenny Pollinelli said they got to finish drives. The Garza's done a nice job in the red zone, limiting the Coyotes. And Coyotes on defense, man, they are flying around and playing really physically on the defensive side of the football. And I think that's affected this Justin Garza offense a little bit. Now it's all about, right, adjustments coming out of the second half. Madera's established a run game. They've started to work off of that run game. Are they going to continue to get Ariano outside the pocket, going to let him throw it a little bit more? They really haven't relied on a lot of the RPO game, which is really a big staple of their offense. It was, I mean, they ran a ton of that against Madera South. They really haven't done a lot of that. It's been a lot of Daniel Mendez in the run game. Ariano, a couple of design quarterback runs, but we'll see if they incorporate a little bit more of that. And then, you know, London Alexander did not play a large chunk in that first half. We see him right there. He's back on the football field. We'll see if Garza tries to incorporate him a little bit more. He is such a dynamic weapon for this offense. Caleb Matthews, #1 target without a doubt. We'll see if he's healthy in this second half and if Garza gets him the football in a variety of ways like they usually do.
Yeah, we'll keep an eye on Alexander. During warm-ups for the second half, he was not out there with the team. He was in the bench area without his helmet on. And so now he's coming out there, so he's kind of, seems like he's playing it cautiously as well.
Yeah, it took a pretty good shot. This Madera defense, like we've talked about, I talked about it all first half. They are flying around, and Alexander got slung down on this turf and just hasn't really looked the same since he took that shot.
Okay, just about time for another kickoff, brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. I drive 2 of those.
London Alexander just kind of hanging around the 25-yard line on the hash, trying to get an idea of where this ball is going to be kicked, see if he can come up and grab it.
Another grounder. Fielded at the 36 and down there. Nacho Miller fell on it, and that's where the Guardians will start this second half, leading by a point.
Let's see. This is a big play offense. Only 1 deep shot in that first half, and maybe that was due to London Alexander not being in the football field. He's lined up top of your screen at the #1 wide receiver position, so we'll see. I'm really interested to see how they try and incorporate #3 in the second half.
Matthews going to throw long on first down. Has a receiver. Boy, he had the guy he wanted out there. Alexander could not quite haul it in. Tonight's third quarter is sponsored by Onacar, home of the $500 down sales event.
How are they going to incorporate London Alexander? First play, they take a deep shot, a little corner post. Paul Childers playing a really, really good football game, running step for step with a very dangerous receiver.
This is screen to Williams. Run out of bounds. Short of the 45.
Nice design, nice pursuit by Madera. Williams, nice pickup though on second down to set up this 3rd and short.
Third and 4. Nacho is taken down hard. Good defensive play by Andrew Galvan. Did pick up the first down, didn't need much.
Yeah, just enough too, just got that first down.
First and 10 sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive. Matthews kind of bobbled that snap, and then it looked like he gave up on the play, just threw it away.
Yeah, and he had Omari Bogan running a corner route wide open. That deep third corner, Jonathan Vasquez jumped on that short route. Bogan from the slot was running wide open, but Matthews just did not see him, just threw that one out of bounds.
Trying to screen to the other side. Alexander again took a big hit shortly after making the catch. The ball came out, the official saying he was down.
Yeah, took a deep shot first play. That time running a little rocket screen, trying to get some blockers out in front of Alexander. But again, Paul Childers coming downhill. He was able to break that tackle, but pursuit caught up to London Alexander. 3rd and 8 for Garza offense. Try to stay on the football field.
Matthews cannot get away. He's taken down for a sack at the 40. Galvan, one of those in on the stop.
Yeah, and Isaac Contreras as well, coming from the linebacker position. A little delayed blitz. Able to grab Matthews. Matthews just about to get rid of that football. An outcut on the sideline right at the sticks to Jack Petrosons, but pressure from this Madera defense did not allow that route to develop, and a big stop to start this second half for that Coyote defense.
Punt on 4th down, bounces inside the 30, then goes sidewise out of bounds at about the 27.
All right, here we go. Madera, first possession of the second half. Had success running the football in the first half. Arellano had success getting outside the pocket in that first half. Haven't seen Michael Pedro with the ball in his hands a lot this game. The secondary for Justin Garza has done a nice job really limiting him, and Madera's focused on the ground attack. We'll see if they open it up a little bit, try to get number 1 the football, continue to move Arellano outside the pocket, but fully expect them to continue to pound the football with number 6.
With a little flick backwards to Tyler Davis, who was then toppled out of bounds right at about the marker. Looks like it's going to be no gain.
It's a physical football game, man. Guys are flying around on defense. Ty Davis took a shot down around the legs. That's a little extension of the run game. The fake to Mendez on that outside zone. Throw the little bubble screen. Nice defense by Garza.
And he breaks into the open. This time does Mendez out across the 40-yard line. That'll be a 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
And Mendez does not need a lot of space, just a little crease. He puts his head down, puts his foot in the ground, and accelerates through the hole. Nice pickup to set up a first down.
Mendez again starts left, moves it right, helping people up. He's doing it all right now.
Helping his offensive lineman up. Usually the ball carrier gets help from the old lineman, but Mendez helping the big boys up front get off the ground.
Gain of 5, 2nd and 5. Another swing pass intended for Mendez. Incomplete.
Yeah, really the first pass that Arellano missed. I mean, just got to put that one right on your running back. You're not throwing to a receiver. Just make it easy for him to catch and try to pick up some positive yardage. 3rd and 5.
Ariano looked like he wanted to hand it off to somebody behind him, but there was nobody there. But he kept it and picked up the first down.
Yeah, I think that was a little quarterback power. That snap was a little behind him, reached up and grabbed that one, and then got right in behind the lead blocker to move the chains. Nice pickup. A good job by Ariano running physically at the end of that run to pick up a first down.
1st and 10 brought to you by K1 Speed. Mendez. They're going to give him a 1-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 9.
Yeah, that little counter again where they're showing that outside zone action, but Mendez is putting his foot in the ground trying to cut back across the football with the lead blocker coming back. Well defended by Garza that time. They've seen it a couple times. They defended it better every time they've seen it.
Ariano runs out of time. Now he's going to break away, try and scramble around, makes a couple of moves across midfield and run out of bounds at about the 44.
Man, both of these quarterbacks they're so calm on the football field. You're under pressure, guys coming at them, they just stay calm. They continue to look down the field. We've seen Matthews a little bit quicker to take off and run it because he has some speed. Ariano just very composed under pressure. Nice job picking up some positive yardage on that. Would look like a broken play.
On 3rd and 5. Pass is complete. This is Pedro. 30, 25, 20. Trying to pull away, and they got a piece of his jersey and pulled him down from behind. A game-saving tackle by Francisco Gama.
Man, we've been waiting for Michael Pedro to get involved. That time, RPO, Pedro, Ariano stands up, gets it right to number 1, does a nice job making Bogan miss and then accelerating down the sideline. We know he can run. Looks like it's going to be a horse collar half the distance to the goal line penalty on top of that pickup.
There is no flag on the play. Results of the play, first down.
So wave off the penalty.
Yeah, they did a good job coming together, discussing it. He wasn't pulled directly backwards. That's what you call, that's horse collar being pulled directly backwards. He got pulled on the side, and it's not a horse collar. Good job, officials getting together and talking about it.
Yeah, I thought for sure that was going to be a horse collar. Anytime you see that back of the jersey pulled, you think horse collar, but just like Don said, he was not pulled directly down to the ground. He kind of dragged him with that jersey, so
more over the shoulder.
No call.
Yeah. In the Toyota red zone, trying to get into the end zone is Mendez, and you don't give up on any play with this guy here. It just keeps going.
Yeah, he just keeps those legs moving, and we've seen a couple times just that scrum move forward for 5, 6, 10 yards at the end of a run. Kenny Pollinelli talked about it coming out of halftime. They have to score touchdowns in the red zone. They can't settle for field goals. Big 3rd and 5 right here for this Madera Coyote offense, and it looks like empty formation for Ariano.
Pulled it back down after the fake, and he got blasted short of the goal line. Looked like Aurelio, number 5, on the hit.
Nice hit. Thought he was going to sneak into the end zone. Nice job pulling that one down, making a quick decision. Deciding to tuck in and try to pick up that first down. Right here, looked like he was going to slide in. Made Petroson's miss, but Aurelio coming in and delivering a blow. 4th down and goal from the 2.
So not going for the field goal and the lead. Instead, going for the touchdown.
Yeah, no Daniel Mendez on the field either. See Michael Pedro one-on-one against London Alexander at the bottom of the screen.
Fake the handoff. Ariano keeps it and is short. Pushed back short of the goal line. And the Guardians defense holds. Wow, how about that?
Wow.
You got a kicker that could make those field goals.
Man. On the 2, Kenny Pollinelli decides to go for it. What a stop by Garza. Bend. Do not break. Keep the Coyotes off the scoreboard.
All right, we'll be right back. Stay with us.
Rivals is powered by the United States Army. I am here with Sergeant Bautista, a.k.a. Sergeant Bobo, right?
All day.
Yeah, man. He was here once before. And we've got some Justin Garza Guardians getting fit, getting ready. Yeah, but first, Sergeant Bautista, what inspired you to join the United States Army?
What inspired me to join the Army was the ability to travel. Being independent and seeing the world for myself is really what I wanted to do. So it's really taking a personal courage for yourself, and if you're up for the challenge, come talk to us.
Hey, and they are up for the challenge. And speaking of being up for the challenge, what's the challenge tonight, Sergeant Bobo?
We doing push-ups.
Let's go, Guardians. We got a senior in the house, class of 2024. Maybe early money's on him. Let's go. We're going to go till exhaustion. Is that right?
All day.
Oh, let's go. All right, tell us when. Ready?
1, 8 cadence, exercise.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. This is all night. We won't be on Friday Night Rivals for a couple of weeks as we wait for playoff seedings. It gives us a chance to continue to work out. I think I'm going 2 for 1 here. So, hey, all night long, Ralph Cam, you go ahead and take us back to the action.
See, Kevin Miller's on camera now, so he can't cheat. He has to keep doing push-ups. Has to. Oh, he's going to win. They let him win. He set this thing up. Paid him off.
Yeah, we need to make sure we keep the camera rolling for the payoff.
Undefeated.
Reaching for his wallet right there. Yeah. How much did that one cost? All right, Matthews had to run for his life there on a fire drill from the end zone. And now we've got a whistle.
Prior to the snap, false start on the offense, number 3. Half the distance, remains 3rd down.
Flag on the play brought to you by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Yeah, Matthews almost tackled for a safety on that second down throw and just threw it away. Michael Pedro step for step with London Alexander. Very impressive performance so far tonight from this Madera defense with some really explosive weapons on the Garza offense.
Got a chance to get the ball back for the offense with a defensive stop here. Matthews looking, now unloads downfield, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off at about the 35-yard line. That's Jonathan Vasquez going up for the INT.
And Caleb Matthews scrambling again. Nobody open, gets outside the pocket, continues to look downfield and just tosses one up, hoping his receiver could make a play. But Vasquez getting up and going up, climbing the ladder to pick that one off and setting up Madera in really good territory.
Listed at 5'8".
Listed at 5'8". Taj Bishop listed at 5'10", giving up a couple inches, but high pointed the ball, perfectly timed jump. Caleb Matthews only his 2nd interception of the game, of the season, and that's a costly one. Sets up Madera at the Garza 36-yard line.
Mendez back in the game and back on the prowl. Runs to the 31-yard line before he's taken down there. Very close to a first down. All right, go back downstairs to Kevin Miller, who's been able to catch his breath.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Check your account balances regularly. When people are stressed about money, they often try to avoid thinking about it entirely. Unfortunately, that only makes things worse. Avoid overdraft charges and budget blunders by staying aware of what you have in the bank, what you owe, and what expenses you have coming up, even when it feels uncomfortable. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph, Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. And flag on the play brought to you by Fresno Suit Outlet.
Offsides on the defense. 5 yards. Result of the penalty. First down.
And that's a first down the easy way.
Yeah, that's a big one, too. 3rd and 4. Try to, make Madera convert. Probably 4-down territory, but a freebie that time. Nice job by Ariano with the hard count.
1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive. Ariano looking downfield into coverage.
Oh.
Another big hit at the end of a play, but another great catch.
Wow.
How did he hold on to that ball?
Oh my gosh, it looked like Michael Pedro was wide open down the football field. The little double reverse, toss it back.
Isaac Lopez made the catch, absorbed the hit from Francisco Gama, held onto the football.
Wow.
And guess what? They knew what they were doing the whole time because they're going back. They ended up with a touchdown anyway, and now they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, go for 2, up 5. Definitely go for 2. What a play! What a play call! What execution! And man, what a tremendous catch from Isaac Lopez, holding on to that one, just taking a shot.
And the pass to Mendez for the 2-point conversion is good. Wow, what a turnaround we've had here this 3rd quarter.
Yeah, Madera has come out really focused in the second half. They get a stop. Garza gets the ball to start the second half. Madera gets a stop, take it all the way down to the 2, get turned away, and then get an interception on Garza's next possession, and they cash that one in for 8 to make it a 7-point game. Daniel Mendez, the workhorse tonight. And Garza, 2 possessions, have not really moved the ball at all in this second half. London and Alexander, these DBs have done a good job covering him all night. See what the answer is for this Garza offense, and it looks like they're adjusting their kickoff return unit a little bit.
This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
We'll see what Barry does.
Tonight's Smile Camp sponsored by Toyota with more hybrids than any other brand. There's one for everyone. Toyota, let's go places. Finally, a deep kickoff. Had great coverage. Return out to the 10.
Yeah, probably one you just want to let go in the end zone. Francisco Gama fields that one about the 1-yard line. Garza had adjusted that kickoff return unit, so Madera finally kicks one deep, and Garza backed up in their own territory to start this drive once again.
Matthews looking. Now he's scrambling to the near side. Up along the sideline, and they'll say it's incomplete, out of bounds.
Good coverage again, trying to hit the quick game, how they started the football game, executing that quick passing game, but Madera just sticky in coverage all over the football field, not allowing that first quick window, and then Kayla Massey has to try to extend the play and find someone down the football field.
Ooh. Nothing there for Williams except a big piece of number 72, right? Miguel Sanchez on the hit.
Penetration from the backside. Williams had never had a chance to get started, just a 1-yard gain, and this is a big 3rd down for the Garza offense. They have not got anything going in this second half.
Bogan in motion. Matthews steps up. Now hauls it down. He's got room to run, but not much. Out of bounds as he crosses the 20. Maybe just enough for a 1st down. It is 1st and 10. Sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Once again, Caleb Matthews using his legs. Really good coverage down the field again from this Madera secondary. Caleb Williams decided to tuck that one to pick up the 1st down, move the chains, keep his offense on the football field. see if they can get something established. Look like they're going to go empty and put the ball in the hands of their quarterback. Let him make quick decisions with the football.
And right away, he doesn't like what he sees on one side, comes to the near side and throws it away. Well, he took one quick look to the left and started leaking right.
Yeah, he hasn't had a lot of time in the pocket. He's had to escape most of the times he's dropped back. If he doesn't hit quick game, you know, Madera's doing a good job of putting pressure on him, and he's had to escape. And, you know, when they're running a vertical route, he's just kind of throwing it away. Last time threw a pick, trying to just toss one up and give his receiver a chance. Again, it's Madera secondary playing really, really good coverage on the back end.
So second down play out close to the 30-yard line. Nacho Williams, the ball carrier. They'll spot him at about the 28.
Yeah, 3rd and 4.
Boy, another kind of one of those tweener.
Yeah.
Kind of downs.
You know, see Lennon Alexander singled up on Michael Pedro up top. They cut his split down at the top of your screen. Could run an outcut right at the sticks with all that space.
Williams steps up with the sidearm throw to the near side. Caught by Aranzazu. And that's going to be enough to move the chains again. Another 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, arrive and drive.
Yeah, Aranzazu comes in motion. He runs the outcut at the sticks. Nice job by Caleb Matthews just flicking that one for a 1st down.
Williams, the ball carrier. Out across the 40. Just short of the 42. Quickly back up on the line. The Guardians.
Yeah, nice push on that 1st down carry for this Garza offense.
Slings this pass over the middle. Pass is complete. Petrosans at midfield. Another 1st and 10. Sponsored by K1 Speed. Arrive and drive.
Yeah, a little more quick game on this drive. A little bit of tempo used by the Garza offense. This is how they started the game. Moving a little bit quicker, getting the ball out of Matthews' hands quickly. Getting a little bit of momentum finally in this second half on offense.
Deep drop. Throw was nearly intercepted. Looked like Julian Hernandez had the best chance to catch that one.
Man.
Number 10 played it just right, didn't he?
Ooh, Julian Hernandez he's the backside down defender. No threats in his zone, so he works back to a receiver. Caleb Matthews locked on his receiver coming across the formation.
Been thinking about that one all weekend.
Man, missed opportunity for Julian Hernandez. Hit him right in the hands. Just could not bring that one in.
2nd and 10. Here comes a blitz. Matthews going to get away from it. Midfield, down the sideline. Look at his speed. It opens wide. Touchdown. Wow, he hit another gear, didn't he?
Man coverage all across the football field, so eyes are not on the quarterback. Caleb Matthews is able to break contain. Once he gets to the second level, there's nobody there. A really nice job down the field by Taj Bishop, making a block and springing Matthews the last 20 yards of that run, but there was nobody around. No eyes on Caleb Matthews when he broke contain, and nobody able to run number 2 down. Huge play for this Garza offense to get them on the scoreboard in this second half.
Eric Ramirez with the extra point, and here come 2 late penalty flags after he tied the game. Flag on the play, brought to you by Fresno Suit Outlet, home of the 3-suit deal, and we'll wait for them to sort it out. 50-yard run by Matthews.
He was moving too. When he accelerated, he was gone.
When he got clear of the 50 or 40 and hit the sideline, yeah, forget it. And then everything opened up, like you talked about, the block downfield by Bishop.
Head ball. Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness on Garza. Added on the kick.
Well, Garza hasn't kicked it deep all night, but now kicking from their own 25. We'll see what they decide to do on this kick. You know, you kick a short one here, Madera's starting in plus territory.
All right, this kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram.
A lot of space down the sideline.
Taking it about the 33.
Uh-oh.
Midfield. Has the sideline. Knocked out of bounds at the 30. Ty Davis with a terrific return, and Madera's right back in business.
Man, really nice job by Ty Davis, just letting that one develop. And again, Paul Childers with another a pancake block on the kick return. He has been knocking people around all game long. Ty Davis, nice job letting that develop and then using speed to get to the sideline. And Madera starts this possession at the 27-yard line.
This has been a fun game.
It's been a really fun game.
Back and forth. Probably going to go to the final quarter all tied. Yeah, Mendez, virtually no gain. Dropped at the 27. Final seconds will tick off here. Tonight's third quarter has been sponsored by Onacar, home of the $500 down sales event. Played 3 exciting quarters, going to the fourth, all even, 21-21. You're watching Les Schwab Tires Friday Night Rivals. Fourth quarter is sponsored by Fresno Mazda. And tonight's mouthguard moment, sponsored by Donald Anderson, DDS.
Oh, Chris Alvarez just flying all over the place. That is a legit decleater right there. Uh-oh.
Make sure the mouth guard is in place. High snap. Ariano goes back to get it. Back near midfield.
Wow.
That is a big loss.
Ball at the 27-yard line, and oh yeah, just right over his head. Nothing he can do but secure that one and get down.
Yeah, nearly about a 25-yard loss.
Man, I mean, 3rd and 36, I don't really know what you call, or 3rd and 30. Maybe just a screen, try to pick up a little bit of a chunk.
Ariano trying to get away from trouble, and he'll just throw it away.
Man, that's a huge play in this football game.
Huge series.
Yeah, Madera at the 27-yard line of Garza to start the possession, and they're punting in their own territory. That loss on second down, 20-yard loss, man, could be the difference in this game. They're in scoring territory with Andy Berry, their kicker, and instead, they're punting the ball away to a very dangerous London Alexander who's lined up back deep.
Barry, the place kicker, with the 2 field goals, also the punter. Well, he booms that one, but out of bounds. he had kept that one in the field of play, that would have been pretty good.
Yeah.
As it is, inside the 15, you can't really complain.
No, especially because London Alexander did not get a chance to return that football. So, yeah, nice job by Barry. If it was 4th and 8, he might have taken off and tried to pick that one up because he was contemplating, but 4th and 30, obviously not going to make it. Nice job buying some time, kicking that one out of bounds, not giving Alexander a chance. And Garza backed up in their own territory. It seems like they've been in their own territory this entire second half. Outside of that Matthews run, we'll see what the answer is for Garza coming out now. A tie game in the 4th quarter.
Matthews scrambling away from pressure to the far sideline and out of bounds. Gain maybe a yard, if that.
Yeah, tight coverage down the football field. I mean, really, Madera's done such a good job on these receivers for Garza all night long. Matthew has had to get outside the pocket. That's been the most effective offense tonight is Caleb Matthews using his legs. But Madera eyes now on the quarterback. Looked like they had a spy player looking at Matthews, so if he does break contain, there's somebody there to account for him.
Matthews throws upfield, incomplete. Boy, and quickly it's 3rd down already for the Guardians. 3rd and long at that.
Yeah, that quick game just not there. Madera doing a really nice job of understanding how Garza wants to attack them. They want to run that quick game. That's a big part of their passing offense. When nobody's open in that first window, Matthews has to tuck it and take off or try and take a shot over the top, and Madera's been really nice in coverage down the football field.
3rd and 9. Matthews to the sideline, has the completion to Petrosans, and he's going to get the yards he needs for a 1st down. It's a 1st and 10, brought to you by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive.
Nice job that time. Timing route right past the sticks. Petrosans runs a really sharp route. Caleb Matthews delivers that one on time, right on the sideline. Well executed play to move the sticks for this offense.
Not much there on the run. They're going to say gain of a yard.
No, Petrosans, man, going both ways. Lead block at that time. He's huffing really good. Gets a sub out this play, man. He's been a workhorse tonight, blocking, rushing the passer on defense, catching that 3rd down conversion to move the sticks for this offense. Been on the field quite a few snaps tonight.
Well, Matthews being harassed. Gets away from the first wave, across the 30. Penalty flag. Run out of bounds across the 40. Penalty flag is back at the 22.
Yeah, they got Williams on the perimeter with a hold.
Holding on the offense, number 21. 10 yards. Replay 2nd down.
That's going to take him back to the 15.
And Matthews again, man, he's a magician back there. Just nothing going on. He breaks contain again, picks up a chunk, but Williams holding on. I mean, it should have been a sack. And we see Williams right there. Number 21, grabbing too much jersey.
Well, he almost had a lot of room to go there, and he's throwing up for grabs. And that should have been intercepted.
Yeah, it would have been intercepted if not for, I think, London Alexander coming, playing DB really and knocking that ball out of the hands of Jonathan Vasquez, who had the pick earlier. If he doesn't get a hand on Vasquez, that's another interception, and Matthews took a shot at the end of that play bought time, stepped up in the pocket, tried to deliver one down the football field, and just took a shot at the end of that play. And he's struggling a little bit. Struggling a little bit.
Decline it. Should be third down, right?
I'm not sure what that.
That penalty is declined. Third down.
2 consecutive holding calls. That one declined because it was incomplete. So you got 3rd and 20.
Yeah, if you're Madera, you make sure that somebody has eyes on number 2 all the time.
It's a short pass to Petrosans. Short of the 20. It'll be 4th and about 5. And here comes the punting unit. Matthews still hobbling around back there, and he's the punter, but he is really feeling it. You can see it.
Yeah, that's not a face of somebody who's feeling good. Someone who took a shot and just trying to feel normal.
Well, it takes a good bounce for the Guardians inside the 35 at about the 33.
Yeah, really nice punt. Caleb Matthews, the quarterback. Appears to be okay, just shaking out, just took a shot. You know, sometimes it takes you a couple of plays to recover. .848 left, fourth quarter. Everybody with all timeouts left. See if we get a dose of Daniel Mendez in the run game. Madera's done a nice job incorporating some quick pass game in this second half. Got the ball to Michael Pedro, made a guy miss, picked up a chunk.
Hand off to Mendez. Pushing his way out to about the 34.
Yeah, well defended. Garza doing a nice job now. When those pullers are leaving, they are coming right off of the hip of those pullers, and
the holes aren't there like they were in the first half.
Right, they've understood how Madera is trying to attack them in the run game. They've done a nice job adjusting.
Ariano attempting the quick pass, but it was batted down by Petrosans, who's been busy tonight. Yeah. Offensively and defensively.
Nice football player, man. Plays hard, running all over the place, blocking, doing the dirty work on offense, rushing the passer on defense. That time, recognized quick game, got his hands up, able to knock that one down. Big 3rd and 9.
Yeah, much like the Guardians, all of a sudden the Coyotes say, geez, it's 3rd down already. 3rd and long. Looks to the right, throws left, pass is complete. Davis rolled out of bounds, well short of the first down. 4th down.
Yeah, Andy Berry was running around last time before he decided to punt that one away. We'll see if he takes the same approach on this one.
4th and 4. Yeah, he's thinking about it. Held that one a little too long for comfort. Bounces out of bounds at the 36.
Williams flying in there. Make sure that he didn't take off. And not a great punt, pretty decent. Best field position of the second half for this Guardian offense. Taking the field, and Caleb Matthews looks like he's feeling better.
All right, there's a timeout on the field. 7.5 to play in the fourth quarter. We're all tied at 21. Seven and a half minutes to go until overtime. Tied at 21.
7.5 minutes to go in regulation. Man, this has lived up to the billing, though. Thought this would be a really good game.
It's been fun tonight.
I mean, just well executed. Both teams playing solid football, sound on both sides. I mean, no mistakes, no big plays, really. Matthews' run is about it, but man, two really good football teams.
Matthews with a pump fake. Goes deep. Alexander with the catch. Inside the 20. Just waiting.
They finally,
tick, 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 boom.
Finally got one. The little stutter and go. Matthews pumped it.
48 yards. Holding on the defense. That penalty's declined.
And
drops the play. First down.
Drops it in the bucket just over Michael Pedro, who has just done a fantastic job on London Alexander all night. But you know it's possible. You're just waiting for that big play, and Matthews finally puts one right on the money, and a huge pickup.
Screen pass to Williams. Taken down inside the 10. Send it downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin. We'll check in with Kevin a little later.
Nice call on the screen that time. Madera sends pressure. Garza throws the screen to Williams. Picks up 9 on first down.
Another scramble, and he tucks it and just casually trots out of bounds at the 5.
It looked like Michael Pedro tried to peanut punch that ball out too, right on the sideline. First and goal. 6.5 left. Caleb Matthews on this drive drops one in the bucket and uses his legs to set up first and goal.
Gonna give it to Williams. It opens up on the right side. Touchdown.
And who's in front of Williams again?
Number 10.
Jack Petroson's lead blocking all night long, rushing the passer on defense, doing all the little things to help this Garza football team put the first touchdown in out of Wildcat. Garza's opening possession in that time, leading Williams into the end zone to put the Guardians on top in the fourth quarter.
This to make it a 28 to 21 game, and he missed. No good.
Wow.
So the door is open.
Yeah, that's a big point right there. 6 points instead of 7. And we know Madera can kick extra points with Barry. Has been
and field goals
on point. Yeah,
if they had kicked that one earlier, it'd be a 3-point game right now.
Yeah, that's true. Very true.
Back downstairs to Kevin Miller. Kevin.
Here's Premier Valley Bank with your student financial tip. Check your account balances regularly. When people are stressed about money, they often try to avoid thinking about it entirely. Unfortunately, that only makes things worse. Avoid overdraft charges and budget blunders by staying aware of what you have in the bank, what you owe, and what expenses you have coming up, even when it feels uncomfortable. This tip was brought to you by Premier Valley Bank, a division of HTLF Bank and a local partner you can always depend on. HTLF Bank is member FDIC and an equal housing lender. Ralph Cam, back to you.
Thank you, Kevin. This kickoff is brought to you by Fresno, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, Ram. Pedro thrown down after the return out across the 30.
Yeah, he had some space too, and Julie Aranzansu ran him down from behind, which you don't see too often. Slung him down at the end of that run. Just a good, hard football play. Madera, been a while since they've trailed the Guardians. Took a lead 21
21-14.
Earlier in the
3:15 left in the third.
Yeah, early in the second half, and now facing a deficit. 6 minutes left in the fourth quarter. It's been a steady dose of Mendez and quick game in the second half, but Garza they've done a nice job lately of limiting Madera Coyotes' offense.
They'll throw on first down, incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Yeah, looked like a little miscommunication that time between quarterback and receiver. I think Ariano expected Isaac Lopez to sit down. Instead, he continued, and Ariano threw it just a little behind him. Pass on first down.
Yeah, it was the touchdown pass to Lopez that gave them the lead with the 2-point conversion. Ariano, keeper, going to come up about a yard short of the first down.
Yeah, I'm not sure if that was a design draw or Ariano saw the middle of the field wide open and just decided to take off and run it. But sets up third and short.
Yeah, third and about a yard.
No Mendez in the game. We'll see if they go quarterback run game with a lead blocker in front of Ariano.
That's exactly what they'll do, but he's not going to make it, I don't think. Going to be short.
Oh man, this is decision territory for sure for Kenny Pollinelli.
Oh, 4th and 1, yeah. That's
Keep
Brian Singh, the senior, on the tackle.
Daniel Mendez back in the football game. They ran outside zone read on the goal line earlier in this half.
And trying
See
to
what
draw
they
him
do
offside.
here. I think they're running the play. I do not think the offense is coming off the football field. Garza is stacked at the line of scrimmage.
Oh, and a high snap. He goes to get it and then goes to get the first down.
Oh, man.
Wow. That's just the way you drew it up, right?
That's right. To get everybody's attention with the bad snap and then sneak by for the first down. Oh, man, what a play. The huge gap for him to run through. Luckily, Ariano, nice job. We talked about it all night. This kid is just poised no matter what's going on around him. Another example of that calmness in the pocket.
1st and 10 brought to you by K1 Speed. A lot of time for Ariano. Now he's coming to the near side and is going to have to get rid of it.
Oh, wow.
Breaks a tackle to the 50, 49-yard line before Petrosans takes him down. It'll be a gain of about 7.
Man. They just, Kenny Pollinelli's putting the ball in the hands of his quarterback, and his quarterback is responding to that. So I expect more of the same. I mean, Mendez in the backfield now, two backs in the backfield. 4 minutes left in this fourth quarter.
Mendez, who's really been slowed down in this second half, has lost a little bit back to the 50, loss of a yard. So it'll be 3rd down now and 4.
Yeah, Garza's done a really nice job. They've really crowded the line of scrimmage. So a heavy box count for Madera. They're still trying to run into it. They had success in the first half, but Garza.
We're going back to early weeks now. We're talking about the box count.
That's right. They understand how they're trying to attack them. Here we go, 3rd and 4. Looks like they're going to get Ariano outside the pocket again.
Lefty lets it fly and passes complete.
Oh.
Julian Hernandez finally taken down right at about the 30. That's a 1st and 10, sponsored by K1 Speed, Arrive and Drive. And the Coyotes are back in business.
Yeah, again, Ariano just stayed in the pocket, went through his progressions, found Isaac Lopez late with the step on his defender, and just put it right on the money. 2:57 left, all timeouts, no hurry at all.
But a field goal really doesn't do you any good. He's going to keep it. Up the middle. Gain of maybe 3.
Yeah, 4 down territory from here on out. A field goal, as you said, it does nothing. You do have 3 timeouts. You could kick it back down 3 and try to get the ball back, but not the mentality of Kenny Pollinelli and this Madera Coyote football team. This is 4-down territory for the remainder of this drive.
Mendez trying the left side, keeps those legs churning down to about the 27. But boy, that clock is moving fast. Approaching 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, 3 timeouts, so Madera does not have to be in a hurry. They can continue to execute their offense. They can. Oh, and Ariano took his helmet off just to fix something real quick. I mean, Madera's probably going to be forced to call a timeout here because he took his helmet off. The helmet can't leave your head. Don, you can't take your helmet off to fix your hair and put it back on. You have to leave the football game.
I'd be in trouble then. Well, they're going to take the timeout.
Timeout. Offense.
The good thing for them is that they have them.
Right.
They had the timeouts.
Yeah, you can take your helmet off if you have something to repair. But if you're taking it off for your hair or something, you can't.
Okay, so, yeah, right in front of the white hat, too. So, you weren't going to get away with that one. And, yeah, Madera has to take a timeout. They can't take the quarterback off the football field. 2 left. You don't really want to use one in a situation like that, but a minute 58, clock stops after a first down. So, I mean, time is not really an issue, unless they pick, this first down up in, a couple of plays, and it takes them a while to move the sticks again, but would expect plenty of time on the clock for Madera to do everything they need to do, try and put a touchdown on the board.
Madera has 2 plays to get 6 yards to keep the drive going.
Yeah, run on first down, run on second down. Going empty, it looks like, on third down. Keeping Isaac Lopez in that wing position as an extra blocker.
Ariano rushed, gets away. And then he's taken down and thrown to the turf.
Oh.
And a flag comes down. Petroson's on the tackle. What's the penalty? Is that going to be a horse collar?
Yeah, the only thing I could see them call is a horse collar.
1:45 on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, he grabbed him from behind. I don't, they called the one off earlier because he didn't pull him directly down. I mean, that did not look like a horse collar to me. I think he grabbed the back of the jersey and took Ariano down, but man, if they called that one off earlier. Yeah, let's take a look at this replay. Oh.
Boy, it's almost the same spot.
Yeah.
Where he grabbed him on the jersey.
He went down a little quicker this time, but.
Personal foul. Horse collar on the defense. 15-yard penalty.
Ooh, okay.
From the previous spot. Replay. Resulting penalty, first down.
And you can hear what the Guardians fans think about that.
I mean, rightly so. That, Don?
Yeah, I think they've got a reason to be upset. It definitely wasn't right in the back and pulled directly down. He had him on the side. He spun him around. And I think it's just, they'll see it on game film. When they look at the game film, they're going to find out that he was just got him around the shoulder pad area on the side and spun around making the tackle, which is a legal play.
Coach was out past the numbers to try and talk to the official about it.
If I'm Joseph Ferris, I'm doing the same thing. I'm extremely unhappy that you took that play away from my defense when it was not a horse collar tackle.
Penalty puts the ball on the 14. Now the pass to Mendez around the block. 5 near the goal line. There's another flag on the field. Madera's celebrating, but
I think it's going to be a hold.
Holding on the offense.
Coming back.
10 yards, replay. First down.
Now the other side's booing. Perfect.
I mean, this is a really, clean played football game. A couple of penalties here or there, but nothing that really impacted the game. I think they got Ty Davis Oh, man.
Boy, that's a tough call.
That was not a hold. That was not a hold. It looked like Caden Owens just slipped. He disengaged from the block. Ty Davis did not grab him. He slipped down. Man, I think those are two calls that should not have gone the way that they went late in this football game. Madera looking at 1st and 20.
From the 23. Fake handoff, and whistle stop this play.
It's on him.
Substitution penalty again.
Fire snap. Full start on the offense, number 14. Remains first down.
Well, this is a roller coaster ride for both teams emotionally.
Man, I mean,
here Madera was down at the 14 a couple of seconds ago, and
Yeah.
2 penalties. You're back toward the 30.
And they thought they were in the end zone. They thought they were just about to take the lead, and now it's 1st and 25 with 1:23 left on the clock.
Ariano has a receiver out there and overthrows him, incomplete.
Oh,
Clock stops at 1:19.
He tried to fit that one in. Bogan running with him, and Francisco Gama, the post safety. I think he just tried to stick that one in between those 2 defenders.
You have Davis out there, but
he did have
him too much.
Yeah, he did. Oh, man, he just missed him. I mean, really the first inaccurate throw that Ariano has made down the football field tonight.
2nd down. Pass incomplete for Mendez at the 20. 3rd down.
Man, it's such an emotional, that touchdown. You think you score, you think you're about to go ahead, and then you're looking at 1st and 20, then you're looking at our 1st and 25. Tough going. You have to pick up at least half of this. You have to give yourself an opportunity on 4th down. So Ariano has to find someone in that 10 to 15-yard range and try to make it a manageable 4th down.
Yeah, the defense is going to give him room. Everybody was back. There's going to be a timeout called by Garza.
This is really good for Madera. They needed to take a break. They needed to talk it over. They needed to calm everybody down. Garza gave him the opportunity. I think Garza wanted to see what they were aligning in on 3rd down. Bunch formation. Michael Pedro singled up on the backside. Probably running some crossers, maybe getting Ariano outside the pocket, giving him a couple of different levels to read and see who to throw the football to. Now they're drawing something up on the sideline. They've had some success with those 3-level routes, getting Ariano outside the pocket, a short route, an intermediate route, a deep route towards the pylon. That gives you the ability to evaluate and determine where to go with the football. 3rd and 25, you really do need at least 10 yards. You would like 12, 15 to set up a realistic 4th down. 4th and 15 is really tough to pick up. You need something. We'll see what Madera does. They've had Mendez open out of the backfield a couple of times these last couple passes. Ariano missed him on that last 2nd down attempt.
Garza wants to keep everything in front of him defensively. Ariano with the throw. Incomplete. Another big hit. You talked about that all night.
Yeah.
From the beginning.
Both these defenses just flying around. Ariano did a nice job. Looked like he could have ran for about 15 yards, but had Michael Pedro right on the sideline. But Aurelio coming in and getting a big hit on number 1 to knock that one away. And here we go.
4th down. This is it.
4th and 25 from the 28-yard line. Got to get it all.
Oh, a lot of room for Ariano to run. But he's still working, trying to find a receiver. He's past the line of scrimmage now with that throw. Back in the end zone, caught, but he was past the line when he threw it. Holy cow, Lopez made the catch, but nobody on the field saw that he was past the line when he threw it.
I mean, he looked like he was past the line of scrimmage from here. You know, your entire body has to be past the line of scrimmage. The line of scrimmage was the 28-yard line.
Oh, he's past it right there, isn't he?
Yeah, he's all the way past the line. He's all the way past the line of scrimmage.
Holy cow.
What another fantastic catch and taking a shot at the end of it.
And the extra point for the lead is good. Wow.
Man, I don't even know what to say. The last 2 minutes of this football game just went off the rails. This was a well-executed, well-officiated football game, and then all of a sudden, Madera has 4th and 25 from the 28-yard line, and Arellano crosses the line of scrimmage and throws a prayer up, and Isaac Lopez comes down with it in the back of the end zone, takes another shot, and hangs on to it, and Madera has a 1-point lead. Garza, 2 timeouts, 52 seconds on the clock. I mean, Caleb Matthews has been a magician operating this offense tonight, getting outside the pocket, using his legs, hit one deep shot to London Alexander earlier in the game. That's really been the only deep play in the passing game for the Guardians tonight. And, I mean, we'll see what Madera does. See if Barry tries to kick this one out of the back of the end zone, because there is danger back deep for the Guardians.
Oh, kick it out of bounds. Let them start from the 35. Oh, they're going to start from even better than that, looks like. Oh, keeps going down to the 30.
Wow.
And they ended up playing that pretty well.
Oh, man, that was close to Madera just recovering that.
Yeah.
Here we go, 49 seconds. Garza with 2 timeouts. Clock stops to move the chains after a first down. You get out of bounds, the clock stops until you snap the ball the next time. Caleb Matthews has been in full control. He's been poised. He's been calm all night long. We'll see if Madera continues to play tight coverage on the back end, a lot of man coverage, or 3-deep zone with those underneath defenders running with those inside receivers. Garza's had a tough time with quick game tonight, but Petroson's running those out cuts against the linebacker. They've had some success a couple times tonight with those routes.
Couple of timeouts. Matthews gets away from the first rusher toward the sideline, runs out of bounds to stop the clock. Didn't gain much on it, maybe a yard.
He was looking for Petroson's. Petroson's out of the slot, running that out cut right at the sideline, but good coverage and pressure that time, forced Matthews to tuck that one. Once he got outside the pocket, just decided to pick up what he could and get out of bounds to stop that clock.
2nd and 9.
A lot of space.
Running to the near side. He's going to get out of bounds across the 35 and about the 38-yard line.
Just a field goal.
Alexander going deep on this side, but stride for stride with Pedro.
Yeah, Pedro's done a fantastic job. Gave up that one deep double move. You know, you only need a field goal if you're the Guardians. So, man, you're talking about getting to probably the 20-yard line. So need about 40 yards.
Got 2 timeouts.
Yeah, 3rd and 2. Gotta move the sticks first.
Matthews passing to the near side. Alexander catches it, drops the football. And I think it's recovered by Madera.
Oh, my God.
Coyote ball. Wow, are they celebrating over on the Madera bench?
Man. Just a timing route right past the 50-yard line, and Alexander just tries to take off the ball. He slips a little bit on this turf and just loses the football. Just falls right out of his hands.
Isaac Contreras comes out of there with it.
Right there to snag it. Oh, man, Garza used that timeout on defense earlier in the game. Just 2 timeouts left. All Madera has to do is kneel on the football, and they sneak out of here with a victory. Man, what a
And
crazy last 2 minutes.
It's going to make both teams 3-2 in the conference.
Yeah, I mean, Lunding Alexander just distraught, man. You
Yeah.
hate to make a play like that to cost your team a football game.
He'll take a knee. And Coyotes don't have to run another play. Wow. I didn't see it ending like that. But I was thinking, just before that play, you look like you had as much fun tonight as you've had all season.
Man. I mean, this was such a well-played football game, well-officiated football game, you know, everything, well-coached, all of it, and, you know, just a crazy ending at the last 2 minutes. It just kind of went off the rails. You know, some calls that were very questionable. Ariano making big-time plays, just a crazy end to this one. And
Is that our guy tonight?
Yeah,
You're asking me if that's the guy.
I think that's our guy.
I mean, the other thing you got to consider too is the guy on the receiving end of 2 of those touchdown passes and the hits that he took both times. Isaac Lopez.
Yeah,
right?
he took shots and held on to those footballs. Both of those touchdowns tossed by Ariano. Ariano he was so good tonight. Three touchdown passes, just so poised, used his legs efficiently. And then just to extend that last 4th down play, even though he crossed the line of scrimmage, it was not called. He still was poised and threw a strike in the back of the end zone to win.
Wow, yeah, at that point, I think they figured, you know, man, we might lose this game. And then they got the big call and took advantage. Wow, great win for Madera, but look at the tough loss for those guys right there.
Yeah, and
Guardians would have gotten to 4-1 in conference.
You know, and you kind of feel a little bit like that game was taken away from you because 2 calls on that last possession, the horse collar, and then the non-call. Ariano passed fully, unquestionably past the line of scrimmage and still able to complete that 4th down pass for a touchdown. Of course, Madera's happy. I mean, you know, you get the benefit of the calls. You don't really think about how they affected you, but if you're Garza, you really feel like the outcome of that game was taken away from you a little bit because of the horse collar and then the non-call.
Don, let me ask you a question about that play across the line of scrimmage again. Is there an official out there who's looking just for that? It's certain officials' responsibility.
Yeah, on the other side of the field, the head linesman stays at the line of scrimmage, and I looked on the replay, and he was right there. It was a very, very close play. You know, if we had the cameras like they do in the NFL or something, we could really dissect it. But it was just a tough call for him to make.
All right, so let's send it down to Kevin Miller with the winners tonight on a great game.
In a thriller, the victorious Madera High Coyotes! Yotes, wow. All right, Coach KP, you have given us some thrillers. Last year was amazing. This year, I mean, unbelievable. What does it say about your team, the resilience in this comeback win?
I mean, they're never out. They might be down, but they're never out. They always fight. They believe in each other. They trust in each other. And it's just really fun to be a part of it, man. I'm just super happy to be a part of it.
I bet, and it's fun for us. Let's give it up for Coach KP. And then, of course, we got our player of the game, the EECU player of the game, QB1, 3 touchdowns, Joel Ariano! Joel, 4th down, 25. I mean, it seemed like all hope was lost. How did you get that play done?
Man, just the big guys just blocking for us, and then Isaac, we work scramble drill for 2 weeks, and it just pays off, and then just the brotherhood. It's couldn't do it without these guys.
Yeah. How about that play, man? How'd you feel?
Man, that was the craziest experience ever, bro. I can't even explain it. Words can't explain that.
That's it. Back of the end zone. A victory. That explains it. Let's give it up for the Madera High Coyotes. It's for you. Congratulations. All right. Playoff bound. Ralph Cam, back to you. What was that? Yeah. Congrats, brother. Way to go.
You know, I just realized when I was driving up here along Grantland, coyote ran across the road into one of the vineyards. I should have taken that as an omen, right?
Should have known that it was going to
right
come
across
down
the front of me
to one of the last plays of the game for a Coyote victory. Man, you have to feel really good if you're the Coyotes. We'll see where they end up. They're base division. Both these teams base Division III in football, could move up. Based on the computer rankings, Garza probably will end up in Division. I would expect Madera to end up in Division III as well, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Well played game. It lived up to the hype for sure. This was a great way to end the regular season.
Well, let's take a look at the play of the game, sponsored by Jack in the Box, now serving everything.
I wonder.
Yeah. It's not what you think.
It wasn't.
It was the interception.
Only the second interception thrown by Caleb Matthews this year. Jonathan Vasquez almost had another one later in the football game that set up Madera. They took the lead on that possession and didn't get it back till inside of a minute with a prayer toss and an extra point that put them ahead. That extra point missed by Garza came back to get him in the end.
And then the wild play that really decided it. The touchdown pass, which is a little bit controversial, right?
Yeah, I mean, you can't shy away from that. You know, we saw a horse collar called earlier in the game that got taken off similarly, and then we saw this one stick, and then, yeah, Ariano looked like he was past the line of scrimmage, still able to throw that football.
We'll take another look at that when we come back. We'll have some highlights right after this timeout. All right, the regular season is ending, but we're not through. Be sure to join us on November 20th. That'll be our first playoff game right here on Central Valley CW 59. Going to wait see how everything shakes out. Look for the best semifinal round matchup.
Yeah.
And bring that one to you.
Really interested to see when these playoff seedings come out this weekend, where everybody lines up. Clovis North, the obvious #1 seed in Division I, without a doubt, 10-0. Big win over Jay Sarah from down south, running the track table, which is extremely difficult to do.
Yeah, you know, no matter what matchup we have, it's going to be hard to top this one tonight.
Oh, man.
Let's take a look back at some of those highlights from tonight. There were plenty in what was just a one-score game. One-score game really all the way.
Yeah, it was back and forth, and Garza came out, took the lead. Madera answered. Madera came out in the second half really with they were really intense, focused, executed well, really limited Garza during most of that third quarter. And then Caleb Matthews rips one off and gets a big play. And man, just a well-played football game, and you kind of got to feel for Garza. Like I said, you have to feel like a little bit of this outcome was taken out of your hands. You executed well enough to win a football game, and you end up on the losing side.
All right, well, it's about time for us to say goodnight. Almost sitting straight up on 10 o'clock. Stick around and watch the highlights on KMPH Fox 26, 10 o'clock news with Vanessa Romo. She'll have about 50 minutes from now. But for us, beautiful moon overhead. A lot of fun on the field. Cam, like I said, I think you had more fun tonight than you've had all season. Maybe any of the games that we've done.
Man, just a well-played, well-executed, well-coached football game that had back and forth, lead changes, and then just a crazy, out of nowhere, crazy ending to this football game. I had a blast. But hats off to both of these teams, both of these coaching staffs, for a really well-played football game.
Coyotes are celebrating tonight a 28-27 win over the Guardians of Garza. We'll see you November 20th, everybody. Thanks for watching. 28-27, the final score tonight.